Ladies and gentlemen, Commander William R. Sherrod, Commanding Officer, Helicopter, Anti-Submarine, Squadron Light 49.
Thank you, Anna. Wow. Okay, so a couple thanks to the Navy Band. I know you guys hear it a lot, countless times, and really it makes all the difference. The cruelest joke you guys could ever play on somebody is to not show up to one of these events, okay? If you had a flat tire on the bridge, we would launch lamps, that aircraft right there, and we'd go bring you here, all right? Thank you for being here. You always make it an exceptional event. As a guy who approaches each day in command as it may be his last, typically checking the Navy Times to make sure, it really means a lot that you're here. Put up some Polk, where are you? I've heard you sing the national anthem several times. Each time I'm floored by your flawless delivery. Thank you. You've got the voice of an angel, and I have no doubt you could be a successful musician, but you're a pretty dang good yeoman, and I think that the incoming XO would like to keep you in that capacity. So, again, great job. Thank you very much. A special thanks to the admin team. Everything from the behind-the-scenes paperwork, closing out a CO's tour, to all aspects of the coordination and preparation for this event. You put on a lot of long hours and late nights. Thanks for taking the lead. I appreciate all your time and extra effort to make sure that this day is a great day for the Scorpions. All right. To all who are involved in preparing the squadron, thank you. The spaces look great. Red Stinger 100, absolutely fantastic. Red Stinger 100, Buno 162988. First entered the service on 18 December 1987. Over 13,000 flight hours. She's not due to retire until next summer. That's not a polished up hangar queen you see there. That is a workhorse. For the last several weeks, she's been carrying the lion's share of our flight schedule, making dads get ready to go to sea to do the mission. That plane looks good today, and every day while meeting the mission captures in many respects what HSL-49 stands for today. Thanks to all who played a role in making today possible. Commodore, as I mentioned earlier, thank you for the opportunity to lead the Scorpions and give me the latitude to execute your guidance in the best way we could determine. When we reach a critical point, you and your team are ready to assist. If I had to summarize your philosophy, succinctly put, it's to find a way to get to yes. Barring any legal, moral, ethical conflicts, our job is to meet mission to the very best of our ability. Hopefully the Scorpions have embodied that over the last 15 months. This is indeed a special day, and its significance is not lost on me. It's fitting that today's ceremony is an opportunity to reflect on the accomplishments of this great organization, and it falls between Veterans Day and Thanksgiving. 95 years have passed since the war to end all wars. We do not find ourselves in a Navy and a nation fully engaged in major combat operations, yet we continue to engage in adversaries both directly and indirectly. The worldwide reach of our naval force is unmatched, and our ability to preserve freedom is forever indebted to those who preceded us in the defense of freedom. I ask that any veterans in the audience please stand. On behalf of the Scorpions, we're grateful for your service. We thank you for your sacrifice, and we honor your legacy through our own service today and tomorrow. And to those who are stand before us and those who are no longer living, we thank you. No leader can ever truthfully say that they rose to their position all alone. No one can ever achieve beyond what they ever imagined possible without a team to support them. I'm fortunate to be blessed with a strong foundation of a loving family who are like friends and lifelong friends who are like family. Mom, Dad, thanks. Stu, Maria, thanks for coming out from DC. Dana, Denise, appreciate you guys coming all the way from Dallas. Mel, Tom, Scotty, Nancy, John, Miss Terry, appreciate that long drive over from Point Loma. Miriam, I see you back there. Good to see you. Thanks for coming out. The list just goes on and on. Thank you all for taking the time to be part of today, but more importantly, for the influence you've had on my career and my life. My parents, yes, Pete. You had a profound impact on shaping the stubborn young man who now stands before you as a slightly older but no less stubborn man. Thank you for the love and support throughout my life. Dad's taught me the value of hard work and doing it right. Mom, you taught me patience and compassion. All right, mostly compassion. Sarah, I'll save my words of gratitude for a later time. I will publicly thank you for being the perfect Navy wife. You're always patient, Never got frustrated when plans at home were trumped by plans at the squadron, and you always made me find something good about each day. This tour would not have been impossible without you. Thank you. Additionally, I'd like to thank another Navy wife who has given so much time and energy to this command, Miss Sarah Suazo. I know you don't like to get called out, but I could not pass up one last opportunity. Sarah defines loyalty and dedication. You're a critical part of this command, and your contributions for our sailors and the family are part of who we are as Scorpions. For all the families in the audience, our service would not be possible without your support. In many ways, you are why we do what we do. We do not relish the long days of deployments, but we savor homecomings and returning to your loving arms. On behalf of those of us in uniform, please accept my heartfelt applause. Bobby, Regina, Nyla, welcome to the Scorpion family. Let me apologize up front for the long hours, late night calls, and the last minute change of plans over the next few years. Trust me, it's worth every minute. The Scorpions are fortunate to have you join the team. Jason, in a few moments I'll say I'm ready to be relieved, and that is a bold-faced lie. I'm not, but I could not imagine passing the controls of this great squadron to anyone other than you. You've been a phenomenal XO, a calming influence at times, and stoked the fire at others. See, it wasn't always just me. While some would say our personalities contrast, I think we agree that they are very similar, just how and what we choose to communicate may differ. Rest assured, our focus, sense of purpose, and absolute dedication to the Scorpions is identical. We work side by side to lead the squadron to where we are today, and now it is your turn. It's been a pleasure to serve with you not only as my executive officer, but also my friend. You'll be a phenomenal commanding officer. Amanda, Sarah and I are grateful for your hospitality and generosity in making us a part of your family. Emma, Grant, Elizabeth, Marvin, take care of your dad. If you thought he worked hard as an XO, let me be the first to tell you he's about to work even harder. His responsibility will be absolute, and it won't end until 15 months from now when he's standing on this stage again. But your dad is an exceptional naval officer and the perfect choice for guiding 49 through the next series of challenges. I've never really been known as someone who's been found to be at a loss for words. In the final hours of this tour, I found myself struggling to capture the whirlwind of emotion that is a natural result of the last 3 years of my life, particularly the last 15 months. Searching for ideas or pithy quotes, I hit up to Google, and what I found there are only further fueled that foreboding sense that this amazing honor is coming to an abrupt halt. You see, there's something that happens when you commit yourself absolutely to an organization. It becomes part of who you are, your identity, and you find that you are dependent on it in some ways as it defines you. Even the longest, most frustrating days as commanding officer, better than the best day of anything else I could do because I'm a Scorpion. Commodore Bouvet shared a little bit about our accomplishments over the last year. While he told you what we did, he didn't tell you how we did it. For the men and women back, the Scorpions, I want to thank you for you are the reason for our success. As I said in my introduction earlier, the core of any command and the Navy is its people. The core of any great command is great people, and make no mistake, this is a great command. I want to spend a moment talking about how we did these things. It's important you understand how and why, because the hard work is not behind us, it lay ahead. As this squadron deploys another 4 or 5 detachments in the spring, summer, we'll also commence that transition to HSM and the MH-60 Romeo, sustaining operational capability while building capacity to support and operate a new airframe will strain the Scorpions and challenge you in new ways. You need to understand the tools of our success so you can build upon them. It is not so much that we deployed more detachments or flew more flight hours than any other expeditionary squadron, or most squadrons for that matter. We did. But that was our job. That was our mission to execute, and we did just that. Our philosophy at its core is reduced to 3 pillars: mission, squadron, and people. The mission comes first, make the squadron better every day, and take care of your people. Again, those words are merely PowerPoint bullets, an oversimplification of what you've done to get this team to this level of performance. The Scorpion ethos, the character of our approach to our duties, are our guiding principles. It is the framework of how we transform this team into the very best. Our ethos. Naval aviation are the nation's best and arguably the best in the world. Being number 1 in the world in anything means paying a very high price. You have to be more focused, smarter, work harder, and have more desire than anyone else. Accomplishing the many tasks and difficult assignments that are thrown our way requires great effort, dedication, and persistence. You have to master the basics and you will be good. Take care of your equipment, pay attention to the details, be the consummate professional whether in the air or on land. Practice good maintenance and flight discipline and situational awareness. Know your duties and responsibilities. Never make the same mistake twice, and you are your best critic. When you make a mistake or do something wrong, take it on board and take it seriously. You must be hard on yourself. Strive for perfection. You'll never get there. Perfection doesn't exist for naval aviators, but you can always do better. Being the best in the world is a heavy burden. You'll feel at times that you are not ready, that you haven't trained enough, and there are shortfalls. Take action, identify your weakness, tackle them aggressively, and make it new strong points. Be the subject matter expert. If something is broken or not right, take the initiative and fix it and make it right. Don't wait for someone else to take action. These are the things that you did. This is how we got to where we are today. You didn't know, you didn't understand, you ask. It's your responsibility to find out, demonstrate an unquenchable desire to know everything about your job, think ahead and stay organized. You have to be passionate in the pursuit of excellence, and be cautious against those who do not share that same vision. Look for the best in your squadron mates, not the worst. There are plenty of flaws within each of us. Look for the positive, help and assist those with weaknesses. Openly build and cultivate the close esprit de corps that makes naval aviation famous. Rely on your squadron mates and never let them down. Remember that you are a professional. Our job is not 8 to 5. You cannot be number one in the world and not put in the extra hours. Don't be lazy, it's infectious. You exist to serve the mission. No one owes you anything. You are always on duty every moment of your career. Your responsibility to be fit and ready to fight never ceases. A crisis will not wait for you to be ready. Look at our deployed detachments now. A warrior's responsibility is to be ready for combat, and it never goes on liberty and it never goes on leave. Make no mistake, this is a strike platform. You are all warriors. Live the legend every day. Those who have gone before you are decorated for incredible acts of valor and airmanship, accomplishing seemingly impossible feats in combat. You are responsible for carrying the reputation of naval aviation above and beyond your predecessors. Carry yourself with confidence and professionalism. Medal of Honor recipient James E. Williams once said, "The greatest use of life is to spend it for something that will outlast it." Your legacy is not what you did yesterday, but what you do for tomorrow. The Scorpions lead the way, not in words, but in action. You do this by striving for excellence in all you do. You must be the very best. Once you think you are, do better. To borrow from the late John F. Kennedy, I can imagine no rewarding career, and any man who may be asked what I did to make my life worthwhile, I will respond with a great deal of pride and satisfaction and say that I am a Scorpion. I will now read my orders. From the Chief of Permanent Personnel to Commander William R. Sherrod, U.S. Navy, Bupers Order 1333, dated 22 May 2013. When directed, detach in November of 2013 and report for duty as navigator on board the USS Carl Vinson CBN-70. Signed, Rear Admiral C. Covell, United States Navy Commander, Naval Personnel Command.
I shall now read my orders. From the Chief of Naval Personnel to Commander Jason E. Rimmer, United States Navy. Bupers Order, dated 1 January 2013, when directed, detach and report for duty as a commanding officer of HSL-49. Signed, Rear Admiral C. Covell, United States Navy, Commander, Navy Personnel Command.
Ladies and gentlemen,